Hey, it's Mark Lynn here with your video thought for the day. You know what these are? Delicious. That's what they are. These little Lance whole grain sandwich crackers with peanut butter are half of an incredible explosion for taste in your mouth. The other half, Coke Zero in a cold glass bottle. Now this will set your taste buds a-tingling. Why do I bring that up on a week where I'm talking about a meta-narrative in the Bible of marriage? Well, let me tell you why. One of the things I love about Jewish Christian thought, and it's found in the Jewish scriptures. It's also found, therefore, in the Christian scriptures, since the Christian scriptures include the Jewish scriptures, but also in the New Testament as well. It's the idea that you and I as human beings are fully human. And by that I mean, we're not what Plato would have described as a soul imprisoned within some fleshly body. We are entirely, our body, our feelings, our thoughts, our emotions, everything go into making us fully human and fully alive. And that's a biblical thought, and that means that the things like your taste buds are the things that are pleasurable in life are actually gifts of God to be used in the right way or experienced in the right way. I mean, I can eat really tasty things that are healthy and good for me, and sometimes an extra treat. Of course, I can always take it a bit too far and eat absolute garbage all the time and destroy my body as a result. Good things can be abused if not used in a good fashion. But this is a concept that has deep roots in the picture of marriage as well. So there's a book in the Old Testament. It's called the Song of Solomon. And during the rabbinical days of Jesus, this book was viewed as part of Scripture, but also part that would cause the rabbis, if they read the scroll, to wash their hands afterwards. Because it's a fairly poetic, yet graphic description of sexual attraction and sexual love between a husband and wife, and or a bride and a bridegroom, looking forward to being a husband and wife. And it's kind of written like a play almost. It's in various acts, and it's a marvelous read. But what I want to talk about is that the idea that human sense and sensuality is actually part of God's making of women and men. God made us to be creatures not just with five senses, but to use those five senses for good and also to enjoy those five senses. So we don't eat simply for nourishment, we eat with joy in mind. We don't simply smell to see if there's fire. We can work on having wonderful smells around us, that incense and things that smell really good. We don't just touch tactile to see if something is there. Touch is also something that can bless us and make us feel good and release endorphins in the brain and serotonin and all sorts of things. This is all part of our being human, but it's rooted in this meta-narrative of marriage because it's part of us being in relationship with God. The psalmist says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good." Those are two of your senses. This idea that we should experience life in ways that are healthy, but also enjoyable, is part of what God has made us for and part of what He wants us to experience in our relationship with Him. So, my thought for the day: don't feel guilty over the pleasures of this life. Give thanks to God for the pleasures of this life. and try to use them in a godly way, not in excess, not in abuse, and not outside of the world in which He's created it to be used. And in that, you're a step closer in your relationship with Him and the joy that it brings. And that is your video thought for the day.